Hi everybody, I'm Orefu Agbolahon. I'm here with my colleague Tope, Beatrice and Janita. We will be talking about our chosen product, which is the Sony camera. The origin of Sony. Sony was originated from Tokyo Tsunashi Koigo KK in 1946, and that was originally called Tokyo Communication Engineering Corporation. It was founded by two friends, Masaru Ibuka and Abio Morita, in 1958. Being an innovative thinkers, they both have taken Sony from inception into something very few other companies can actually match their record. Sony innovations and inventions include the first Trinitron color TV in 1968. They did the first VCR in 1971, Walkman in 1979, CD players in 1982, 3.5-inch floppy disk, which we all know, in 1989, and the digital camera we were going to be talking about. The digital camera from Sony, there are unique attributes, forms and functions. One, Sony camera are known for their image and video quality, as is the industry's most powerful sensor image quality. Secondly, the first to make the smallest form factor in all kinds of systems. That means, for example, their CyberShot RX series, that's the smallest 1-inch professional compact camera. The RX1, and that is the smallest full-frame professional compact digital camera too. Number three, they are quite innovative and trend-setting cameras. They formed, for example, the RX 10mm, made the entire camera industry adopt the one format, well, that's the 1-inch format. Mirrorless full-frame system, world first BSI CMOS frame sensor, which is the A7R2. Number four unique attribute they've got is an impressive technologies and features, which includes the 4K HDR and the pop-up wind-finder, which is about the most powerful wind-finder available in the market. And number five, they have the high-quality performance lenses. Example is the G Master Sony Zeiss, which is one of the best performer in the industry. Their market positioning. Over the decades, Sony is perceived as innovative and high quality, and at the same time is perceived to be quite expensive. Its product placement strategy is they flood the market floor and the spaces, making it as much as possible similar product. I mean, similar like-for-like cameras, which will be offered to customers, and it gives customers a wide range of product choices on camera. So whatever your intention of buying a camera is, you have a wide range of products to choose from in Sony. I now introduce you to Beatrice, that will be talking about Sony's SWOT analysis. Beatrice, please.
So we made a SWOT analysis on Sony in general, not only on cameras. So we see the strengths that they have loyal customers, they have a brilliant supply chain, and they are experts in minimizing things. Also the weaknesses is like they have weak financial sheets because they had some problems in the past. They have been weak, they had weak marketing in the past years, and they insist on their own format, they don't want to change anything. The opportunities that they are facing is the fact that the technology is always changing, everything is changing. They have lots of softwares, and they have a partnership with FIFA, and the PlayStation is theirs. And also the threats, the sales drop a bit, the competitors are always with a step ahead. Also the technology might be a threat because they always have to change something. And the lower cost of the competitors as well. Sony differentiation, they are different because they are the marketing leader. Sony is the marketing leader in electronics, but not on cameras, especially on TVs. So they need to keep up, even if, because they have a wide range of electronics, they need to keep up with the market on cameras as well. Sony is already one of the leaders, but in terms of cameras. But it seems that they had some problems in the past, as I mentioned in the weaknesses in the SOTA analysis earlier. It seems that they had a poor marketing from 2005 till 2006, when they had a net loss of $1 million, which is huge for such a big company, worldwide known and a strong brand. Any kind of business that was on market for a very long time, they shouldn't have any loss, not even $1, and that's huge. Also, this is the result of the bad marketing and bad strategy. So after that financial year, they made some changes in the company, which was benefic for the business. They focused more on marketing campaigns, on advertising, promotion. They made a strong e-business as well. They changed their target by focusing not only on young people, but on everyone, both male and female. And finally, they managed to build a relationship with loyal customers, which brought them the success that they have today. Especially for Sony camera, the market is very diversified. The main competitors are Nikon and Canon. By taking a look to their website, we can see straight from there the difference between them in terms of strategies. Nikon website looks professional. It's the kind of camera that someone will buy if they work in the photography domain, if they have a hobby for that, or if they are interested in taking pictures with the wildlife or something like that. Canon adopts like extreme picture, nature, wildlife. It's the kind of camera that inspires adventure. Someone will take Canon if they are going in different trips or campings. Sony, on the other hand, looks totally different. Since you don't see only a camera, you see everything. You see headphones, telephone, watches, everything. And since you see all these things, it can build the trust. Also, the first image that we see is very simple, and it's for everyone. It can target both male and female, young or old, professional or hobbies, and also it looks affordable, something that anyone could have. Overall, Sony is an industry leader, and it's very strong. Even though they had some problems in the past, in the last 5 years, they seem that they are quite good, and it's because of their brand recognition. It has been steady growth in all aspects of the company except for net income, but that is due to a large part an accounting change. Right now, Sony is in a strong financial health and has no signs of getting worse anytime soon. For example, in 2017, this fiscal year, they had a net profit of more than $4 billion, which was a really good thing for the company. I'm going to introduce my colleague Janita now, that she's going to talk about the customer insight.
Sony's customer insight. As you can see in the pie chart, over half of the customers are male with 53% compared to 47% of females. For the age demographics, 40 to 54 years old are the most popular customers, but overall we can see that Sony cameras are generally more favored by the older generations than the younger generation of 8% according to YouGov. In terms of geo-demographic, in the UK, most of the customers live in London. Therefore, Sony's main customers are male aged 40 to 54 living in London. Through research, we found that these customers are known to have a general interest in cars, motoring, and photography. This graph shows how the sales for micro-lens camera is slowly rising with a recent increase of 66%. The older demographics is very common among camera brands. For example, Canon, the biggest camera brand in the world, their popular customers are male aged 55 and older, which majority are living in London. Research shows that the current Sony camera customers are very loyal to the Sony brand. In terms of buying behavior of the current customers, 79% are extremely price conscious, therefore researching products online before purchasing. The use of deal sites for technology products for Generation X, who are the main Sony customers, is 16%. 68% of the purchases of goods are done online. And now I'm going to introduce Tope, who's going to be talking about the critical discussions and recommendations.
This chart shows Sony's decrease in digital camera sales from 8.5% in 2014 to 6.1% in 2015. One reason for this could be in relation to Sony's philosophy. As from our research, we found out that Sony's philosophy is to satisfy their customers' curiosity. This can be great in terms of innovation and thinking of new ideas. However, their competitors, Nikon and Canon, focus more along the lines of what their consumer does, as Nikon can be seen to be focusing on the concept of co-creation, taking into consideration what they term as the generation of selfie people, whereas Canon focus on the people and not the product. Now I'm going to discuss the concept of purchase and involvement in relation to promotional activities. Sony customers can become more involved through having a My Sony account where they can personalize their experience, in addition to being kept up to date with emails and having access to the latest software updates. In relation to the concept of purchase, this can increase through their cashback scheme, where, as you can see over here, Sony customers who buy a lens can claim up to £60 in cashback. This is really beneficial, as 16% of their main consumers age 40 to 54 use deal sites for technology. After all the market research we conducted as a group, we then decided to come together as a group and think of recommendations that Sony could potentially use in order to help increase their camera sales. We came up with 3 key recommendations which we thought would be beneficial. The first recommendation we came up with was increased social media efforts. A survey from Intel showed that the highest buyers of cameras in regards to age demographic is 16 to 24 years old, in which their social media consumption platforms are Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Therefore, Sony could use this to their advantage and increase the use of social media outlets. Increase the use of their social media outlets on their Instagram, Twitter and Facebook pages in order to help them get a wider range of consumers and help in terms of word of mouth advertising. The second recommendation that we came up with is use of bloggers. Bloggers are becoming extremely popular within society today, influencing what consumers buy on a regular and daily basis. So therefore, we felt that the use of bloggers would be a good idea for Sony to use. An example of a blogger that they could use is Zoella. This would be beneficial as she's a well-known blogger. Therefore, blogger people who are just starting out or looking to upgrade their camera, or find a new camera, would like to get recommendations, may use Zoella or may see Zoella's video, and as she is a popular beauty blogger, they will be more likely to take her advice. The third and final recommendation we came up with is customer orientated. Sony needs to acquaint themselves within the changes of innovation within the camera industry, as a Mintel report shows that GoPro camera sales are increasing. Therefore, Sony could take this into consideration and have more efforts suited for people who like action and who like filming events in order to appeal to that market. In addition to this, also taking into consideration consumers' buying behaviours, this will give them a window of opportunity to improve its sales and increase their market share.